Okay guys, we get issued with safety equipment in our buoyancy aids. One is the whistle. Obviously no point in having a whistle or using the whistle unless you actually dictate to your student or tell your student that you're going to be using it, and then tell them why you're using it, i.e. I'm going to use this whistle. If you hear it blowing 3 times, can you please come back? Because otherwise you'll just be blowing the whistle and making what song with it, because the student won't take any notice of it. So notify them of what you're going to be using it for, and therefore that they will come back to that sound once they get used to it. The next one is a safety knife. I've had a lot of instructors say to me, oh, I don't know what we're carrying that around for, I never use it. I've had cause to use it. It is the best and only time that you probably are going to use it is when a kite is in a spin, and you may get 2 or 3 people have dived on top of your student and the kite is still spinning and still going. You cannot get hold of the kite. It is too aggressive to get hold of the kite. Without either you getting knocked out or something else happening. That is when you're going to use this knife. This is for cutting the lines. It will cut exceptionally speedily. And it will, despite the fact that it may look a little bit rusty. And if that line or a line is wrapped around a student's neck, this is the safest way of getting it away from pulling their neck or head apart. If a line is wrapped around another student's waist, whilst your student is still flying the kite, then they'll act like a bit of a dead weight. They'll be getting dragged under the water. Again, another chance to use the knife. So yes, despite the fact that you may never have used it, you may use it once in 10 years, it's worth carrying around. No matter how rusty it looks, it works very well.
There was actually a case about 5 years ago in France where a French instructor was teaching from a boat and his students looped out of control downwind. The safety didn't work because the lines are too twisted, and he didn't have a knife on him. He actually managed to eventually get the kite down, but the student drowned and it was killed. If he had a line knife on him, he could have cut straight through the lines within 30 seconds of it occurring, and would have avoided that death.
And the time I used this was something very similar, where my student had been hit by another kite surfer. The lines were wrapped around my student and my student was being dragged underwater. And I cut him free and he popped back up again. My student at that time was only 12 years old. Whether he's 12 or 50 years old, it still will save someone's life and stop them from drowning. Use it.